Right, good morning everybody. Today's daily pattern is called H and I. It's by Leila Holter. It might be a little complicated, so I'm going to see how I end up doing it. But basically you draw a grid with the letter H. Okay? And then you do the alternating grid with the letter I. And then you connect those H's and I's with curves. Yeah, it's a grid. You know me and grids. I think it's cool. You could variations, you could just do the verticals and not do the horizontals. You could mix it up all sorts of different ways. But we'll see what happens because, you know, it's a grid. I may end up, and I think this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to just very lightly put a pencil mark. Do I want to make a border? I think I am going to want to make a border. Most of the grid ones I want to make a border just because I want to try to be a little bit consistent with it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a few dots. Just so I can find my bearings here. All right, so we're going to do H's. Letter H. Try to be relatively consistent with the size, but you know, it might not make any difference. So I'm just going to go for it, right? Just as long as they're lined up underneath each other. And leave enough spacing so that you can put that alternating grid in there. Okay. What I'm going to do, rather than putting in the I's, I'm actually going to just turn it and put more H's, just so I don't get confused. Right there in the middle. And I'm going to do like that, just so you know where that next H would be if I wasn't running out of border space. And I'm going to put one over here on the edges. I think, yeah, because that's where it would be. And these might do the same. No, they're not going to do the same. Okay. So there we go. I've got a bunch of H's and I's in a offset grid. Did I do that right? It appears I did that right. Yes, it looks like it. Then what I want to do is these curves. So I want to go from the bottom of an H to the top of an I, like that. Bottom of the H to the top of an I. And I'm going to do that for all of them so I don't get confused. Bottom of the H to the top of the I. Bottom of the H to the top of the I. Like so. Bottom of the H to the top of the I. See, that's why I put those little bits of that H there, even though you don't really see the H, because you need to know where those bits of, where the bits of it is. Okay. And then, to help me, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do that again. Bottoms of the H's to the tops of the I's. Like that. Look at that. That actually worked really well. And then we can embellish in however we decide to embellish. That's the whole pattern right there. I think I'm going to aura this shape. Sort of emphasize that. Right? And then I think in the middle of this, I'm going to put a spiral. Oh, I didn't connect those for some reason. I don't know why. All right. Looks like a really cool, like, old wallpaper pattern is what it looks like to me. And I feel like it needs some dark. So I think in here, I'm gonna put a crosshatch. Yeah. So I'm gonna do them all one way first. And then I'll turn my pen, my paper, not my pen, my paper, and do it the other way. Always make sure you're drawing and holding your pen and your paper in a comfortable manner. I wonder if I should, no, never mind, changed my mind. Feel like it wants a little bit of color. Guess I'm just feeling colorful. I colored yesterday. I guess I'm gonna color today too. And of course, I still don't have my colored pencils with me, so I'm gonna have to do it in metallics, which is okay. Okay, so now I wanna do it this way. Because it's easiest for me to move my pen from left to right and sort of when I do a diagonal to go from, for me, bottom to top. So I turn my paper so that that's the direction I'm going. I'm more consistent with my lines when I do that. But you see how you don't need to color in completely to make a darker area. You can use cross-hatching to achieve similar look of a darker area without having to fill in the whole thing with black. And if you don't think this is dark enough, you could go back through and do another set of lines going this way. And that would really fill it in even more. There we go. I feel like I want a little color in here. So I'm just going to grab one of these metallic pencils and see what color grabs me here. I think I'm going to go for this green. Yeah. go for this kind of darker green. And I'm filling in, but I'm not filling in like 100% because I know now that my blending stump will do a lot of the work for me. So I'm just trying to get the color down on the page, and then I'll come back with the stump and smooth out those areas where there's some white showing through. It's another nice cloudy day today. Let you guys know the weather. Sometimes I do that. I'll let you know the weather here. It's cloudy. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. If it did, that would be wonderful. I have the whole day off today, which is unusual. I don't get very many of those days off. And usually when I do, I'm really busy with other stuff. So today is, I think, a not leave the house day. I think I can stay home all day, which would be nice. I am pretty much done with my Christmas shopping for the most part. I've got 2 more people to buy for, but for the most part my Christmas shopping is done. This afternoon when it gets too dark to draw, I'm going to do my wrapping of my gifts and be just about finished. All right. I'm not sure you can tell that that's green. Yeah, you can tell it's green. The metallics just aren't as bright as the others, but that's okay. And I think maybe I'm going to use the kind of, no, I think I'll use this bronze color. I'm going to use this bronze color as a border color. That'll be fun. Get a little contrast. Okay, that's good. Now I need my big blending stump and I need to clean off the previous color off of it. I don't have to do this between when I'm using just pencil, because I can keep the old graphite on there, but I don't want to mix colors. So I'm going to clean off the end of my stump just using an emery board, and I just kind of turning it and flicking it. That cleans that off. Go in here and smudge that green so that it's burnished in. And that kind of just fills in all those white spaces. Makes it a softer color. Alrighty, and then I'll just blend these, and it's okay if I get a little green out here in the bronze. I think that's fine because since the green is in there, I just didn't want a color from the previous, the purple, or the blue, to be on the end of my stump. But I can have some green in the bronze because it's already on the tile. You do have to use a lot more pressure to blend the color pencil though. So if you have issues with your hands and your wrists, I wouldn't recommend this. This is kind of tough on the hands. I need to sign it. Yep. And I need to put the name. Do I want it to go this way, or do I want it to go that way or that way as my right side up? I want it to go that way. That's the name of the pattern. There it is. H&I. Signed it. And I am done. That was not too hard to do. And for a grid pattern, I think I did an awfully good job. You know, some of them don't come out so good. So that one was pretty easy. You guys give that a try. That's called H&I. Go over to patterncollections.com and check it out. Bye everybody. See you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.